Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2019. We have had overcast weather here all morning and day so far. And we're supposed to get rain this afternoon. But as you can see, got some darker clouds through here. I'll kick you around this way so you can see over here. And but we're still bringing in decent power, even with it overcast today, so that's not a bad thing at all. So you can see the flags are flying nicely, and got a nice little breeze, so that helps because it's definitely warmer. But so anyway, I wanted to talk today, jump right into the topic. Always like to give you what the weather's going to do. So I'm going to jump right into the topic today. We're going to talk about Iran a little bit here. And they just reported that they went over the agreement of 2015 for uranium stockpile. I think it was 650 tons, and they've exceeded that. And well, the U.S. had already pulled out of that anyway. And they were doing this, from what I understand, the reason that they were doing it is because they were trying to force Europe's hand to get a trade agreement, or not a trade agreement, but to get an agreement back into place. So we will see what happens with that. I just think, again, it's all part of the game and the grandstanding and all those type of situations with that. And so that's kind of my take on that. I just think it, like I said, it's just a very large game that they're playing. So, but what are you gonna do? They're gonna do what they're gonna do. I guess all the dark chickens must be inside. They were out. All of them were out here a little while ago, but only the white chickens are out now. That's weird. Well, that's all right. So anyway, pulled 4 eggs yesterday out of the chickens. Not physically, but they laid 4 eggs. Got 2 so far today. So usually it's between 2 and 4 eggs a day. Most days it's 3 or 4. So I guess somebody must be in the box inside. I don't have my keys with me, but we can go in here and we can take a look. We're looking through the window. Let's see. Oh, they're all there getting a dust bath. That's what they're doing. I don't know if you guys can see that. That is so funny. Yeah, that's what they're doing right now. They're all getting a nice little dust bath. Hope you guys can see that. You should be able to. But that's what they're doing. The rooster and those 4 hens. Okay, watch out. Oh, there's Miss Soxy. Alright, so anyway, also what's going on too, one of Iran's bigwig guys had stated that when you bully a country, you end up galvanizing that country together. And I'm going to have to agree with that, because it's like then you have that common enemy. So with all the situation with what's going on with Iran right now, and then the oil tanker thing, and the United States blaming the oil tanker attacks on Iran, and then them shooting down the drone, and it's been very, very interesting with that whole situation of what has been going on. I don't know if you guys were aware, but the president was on a trip and on his plane and was called back to Washington. Now initially they said it was an emergency, and then they changed it to that it was just something that he had to deal with. But I find that interesting that he's on whatever trip that he was going on, and that all of a sudden he would be called back to Washington. So I think that's really interesting. So there's definitely those are things you want to keep an eye on, because you just really don't know what could end up happening in that type of situation. Just going to show you the breeziness with the trees. As you guys know, eventually, and I've talked about this many times, this whole area in here will eventually be a pond. Oh, look at that! Look at that! You got him. Okay, I thought I heard something over there. That is Abel with a frog. So Abel's out hunting and got himself a frog. Well, I guess he's having a little snack. They are hunters. I'll tell you what, my cats are definitely hunters. So that was pretty cool to see. Didn't expect that, but that's okay. But anyway, no trees obviously grow in this whole area right here. You can obviously see that because there's no trees there. That tree that's down here and this one here, those were pushed out over there from earlier trees that were taken down over in another area. And I had started to cut them up, but it was so boggy and mucky. And now I have the muck boots now to deal with that, to get in there and clean that up the rest of the way, which I do need to do. But anyway, so all this is going to be a huge pond in this area down the road here, and that is definitely my game plan with that. I think that would be a really cool thing to have for a swimming hole, and also to have fish in that area. So that should be interesting. But getting back to what I was saying, I know I get off track and I do apologize. I ran, stating that by being bullied, that they're just galvanizing the country. And it's like, with those type of things, when you do that, when you do bully people, and the United States is famous for that, you end up, like I said, you have these people that absolutely freaking hate you, and then if you do certain strikes to go after terrorists or whatever, and then you kill innocent people, that's another way to galvanize people to hate you even more. So these things happen, guys. These things happen all the time, and so it's unfortunate, but it's what are you going to do? I mean, there's really nothing we can do about it. But it's part of the game, if you will, and the rest of us just kind of sit back and do what we have to do. But I mean, you look at any president, okay? You look at them when they go into office, and you look at them when they come out of office, and even if it's only 4 years or if it's 8 years, how much they age in that time period. It's a very, very high stress job. I'm sure they're dealing with all kinds of stuff that on a normal basis that we would never even think about. That and that's why they have that job, is to orchestrate, make those decisions that they need to be made, and they have their generals and advisors and staff and everybody else to work with them to deal with those type of situations. So again, it's not always a pleasant thing, and that's why, like I said, that's but they want that office for whatever reason. I would never want it myself, period. I mean, it's just not anything that I would be interested in. Here's Miss Molly. Hello, baby girl. Hey, how you doing? So, I want to hear your guys' feedback on this whole Iranian situation. What do you think about them going over the limit of what they were supposedly, had agreed to? And obviously, we had already pulled out of that agreement. So, it kind of makes that null and void anyway. But it's just another way to say, okay, well, screw you. We're going to do what we want now because we can. And, those type of things. But, so there's the panels. So we're going to run over inside here real quick. And we're going to see where we at. I think yesterday we ended up with, I think it was 6.6 kilowatt hours for the day. A lot more overcast today. So we are in absorption mode with the batteries, which is good. We have 1.4 kilowatt hours on this side so far, and 2.2 on this side. And both sides are pulling in great power. So we're at 3.6 so far. Oh, that one just went up to 2.3. That's funny. So we're at 3.7 on the day so far. I think it's about 2 in the afternoon right now. So we're still going to pull in a decent amount of power today. And like I said, right now, using power and everything, obviously, we are in absorption mode. That's, I don't know if you can see it. It's saying the batteries are at 92%. But, so, yeah, we're doing really, really well. And both sides, we're pulling in a decent amount of power. So, that's okay. Like I said, the solar has been doing fantastic since we had the new rack in. You know, even like in a day like today, I mean, if you look realistically, I mean, the sun had just peeked out for a minute, but if you look at it, you can see that it's definitely very overcast type of day here at the homestead. All right, so I did want to mention again, we have Authorized Fix now on the website, so you have 2 billing options if you're going to make an order at preppernurse1.com. And so you have Authorize and you have PayPal. But I want you guys to remember, if you use Authorize, they hold on to that money for a couple days before they release it to me. If you use PayPal, I can put your order in the same exact day because that money is available instantly with PayPal. That's what I like about the PayPal option, is that it's right away and you have that, and you're going to be in good shape with that. So the sale, we did continue it per request, and so that is going to go on, that sale, the 25% off of the bucket meals, and that is going to go through this Sunday. So that is going to end this Sunday. So just to be aware, and it's going to be midnight West Coast time, which is actually 3 in the morning East Coast time on the Monday. But so we try to, so everybody on the West Coast has that opportunity to do that as well. So that's what's going on. You know, it's just it's interesting with the whole Iran situation. Things have been very, very quiet. And you know, I had talked earlier, and I felt that the reason that it had been as quiet as it has been is because it was logistics. They were moving logistics into place, and that's my feeling. It's still my feeling. I still feel that same way. So I think that you're going to see interesting things coming up, and if there's going to be a situation with Iran, you know, don't be surprised. I mean, don't be surprised at all. So, you know, like I said, it's just not, the whole situation is not a good situation. I don't believe war is always the answer. I definitely believe in doing diplomatic things first. And if you can sit down like adults and have conversations and get things done that way, excuse me, I think that is the better way to do it. So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. That's important to remember. Also remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important to tell the people that you care about every single day how you feel. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. Nobody else can stop you. So that's also important to remember. And just stay positive. Stay away from the negativity. Stay away from negative people. There's a lot of crazy negative stuff going on in our world, and it's easy to get distracted. But whatever your goals are, just work towards them methodically and you'll get there. Okay? I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now. Oh, and I should probably say this. I don't ever say this. Like, comment, and share. Make sure you hit the icon button. Subscribe, please. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.